To Queen Letizia of Spain and Queen Rania of Jordan's twinning moment is not to be missed. Okay, listen, I wish I could spend some time talking about Queen Letizia of Spain and Queen Rania of Jordan, which to me they kind of do look alike, but I don't have the time because I do need to go out for a little walk and I've been working on my oops. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. What did I do here? I don't want to show you my what you call it. I don't want to show you my dialogue anymore. My sister says I talk too much and she's like, stop sharing your dialogue. Um so I'm up to page what is it? 137 of my my pilot, and I am now in the mood for a walk. But before I do that, I just wanted to make a comment about a comment. I want to comment on a comment. So I did this video earlier today, and then I got a comment which was an interesting comment. Typically, I might just not print this type of comment because it's negative, and I just feel like these people who leave negative comments, she has 13 subscribers. Oh wow, that's a lot. These people who leave negative comments, typically I feel like they can find many outlets for their comments, and I so I typically don't give them a platform because I just feel like, don't bombard my page with like your whatever, like there's so many places that would love that kind of comment. But I approve this one because I thought it was interesting. She says she could not bring in the numbers. It was a calamity, an embarrassment to Spotify. They are a corporation and are about making money. Megan cost them money, and that's just the way it is. Bill Simmons knows his business. And I just thought that's very interesting for her to say because, I mean, if Bill Simmons knows his business and Megan is such a calamity after just one season, then it seems to me that the argument could be made that the problem really is Bill Simmons and not Megan, because if he knows his business, he should know what makes money in his business, and he should know how much money to pay the people he employs or contracts with in his business. When you know your business, you get a feel for potential collaborators, whether they can bring in money, whether they cannot bring in money, etc., etc. So the fact that after one season, Megan was such a calamity, and Bill knows his business and he didn't see that. To me, that's really on Bill. It's not on Megan. I mean, what do you think, right? Somebody agreed with me and gave me a little thumbs up. I'm giving myself a thumbs up. That's 2 thumbs up right there, okay? 2 thumbs up. So I basically said, if he knows his business, then could it be his fault? Either way you slice this, he should have made better business decisions in the first place. Maybe offered less money. Maybe he was out negotiated by Meghan and Harry. And why did their bottom line come down to one person? They are a huge company. Somebody messed up if Meghan was enough to bring them to their knees. This is not good business to my way of thinking. If there was a calamity, they created their own mess. So don't blame Meghan. She never agreed to be their Hail Mary pass. That said, you gotta admit it is not very professional the way he got on the public airways to trash a former collaborator. Who would want to collaborate with a company that ends a relationship like that, right? Your thoughts about that, Avak? Because my big thing is, okay, Megan didn't bring in the kind of money they wanted, but it sounds to me as though people are blaming Megan for Spotify's financial problems because Spotify has been in the news recently where basically they they have had to lay off workers and make all sorts of adjustments in their business plan and their projecting and their bottom line and so on and so forth, their programming, their lineup, etc., etc. So it seems to me that if Megan was enough to cause this much collateral damage, it says that she was a Hail Mary pass for the company. And if she was a Hail Mary pass, it means they were already down. They were already losing, honestly. It's like a basketball game. When you throw a Hail Mary pass, you just wildly throw it from wherever, n'import quoi, n'import où, and hope to God it lands in the basket. I mean, it sounds like this is what they did with Meghan and Harry. Remember, this is Meghan and Harry. It's not just Meghan. This was a joint contract between Archewell and Spotify. Jesse. Okay? So when you say it won't even focus on her name, but when you say that Meghan didn't deliver, you're really saying that Archewell, both Meghan and Harry's company, didn't deliver. But the question really becomes, why was Spotify depending so heavily on one client, one person? This is a huge conglomerate, to my understanding. It's worldwide, it's global, right? So therefore, they have a diversified portfolio of clients and products and services that they offer to their customers, right? So that if one doesn't work out, they should have a lot more in the pipeline, right? So that, them having to lay off all these people on account of the fact that archetypes didn't bring in the kind of money they were hoping for. It really, again, seems to me like this was some kind of Hail Mary pass that they did, hoping to God that Meghan would save them. Meghan and Meghan alone, even though, again, this was a joint contract between Archewell, Meghan and Harry's company, and this conglomerate that happens to be a Swedish conglomerate. So I think it's very unfair because why blame somebody when your Hail Mary pass doesn't work out? I mean, that's why it's a Hail Mary pass. Sometimes it goes into the basket and sometimes it doesn't go into the basket. So there you go. How dare you come on and try to blame Meghan? This is not Meghan. This is bad business decisions. And look, don't get me wrong. We all make bad business decisions. I'm queen of bad business decisions. I understand that. But I don't go throwing Hail Mary passes. I mean, I throw Hail Mary passes all the time. I'm queen of Hail Mary passes. But when it doesn't land in the basket, I mean, I'm sitting here talking about I'm going to sell, a screenplay to Tyler Perry. This is a Hail Mary pass. This is a Hail Mary pass. Of course, it's unlikely to land in the basket. But let's say it did land in the basket. It's like an oh my God situation. If it doesn't land in the basket, it doesn't land in the basket. That's nobody's fault, right? Now, you're going to blame Meghan because they tried to make millions and millions and trillions of dollars or pounds or Swedish yens or whatever the currency is in Sweden. Is it the euro? I don't even know, okay? And you're going to try to blame Meghan. This is not Meghan. This has nothing to do with Meghan, right? It's so random.